we have to assume he's going to win this match, considering his domination so far. And if he does, it will mean a winning streak of 9 consecutive matches in Euro Tour events. 2 here, 7 earlier this month in Doncaster.
Well, he's in again. And the way he's been playing, well, you wouldn't put it past him to win the frame at this visit.
6.
Well, that could have been better, but he's on the green. He'll stun down the table for the red next to the pink, to the left of the pink. Well played for the one in baulk. And nothing wrong with that. It's getting rid of a difficult red.
10.
By the way, the winner of this will play either Zhao Guodong of China or Mark King of England.
11.
And King, having beaten John Higgins, no less, 4-0 in the first round, finds himself 2-0 down against Zhao.
Chose not to go into them.
60.
Taking the loose reds first, building a little lead.
Cue ball left the table there again, although that wasn't too bad a contact. Workable. And so the referee, Jürgen Grusen, not being called into action to clean it.
Just give me a moment.
Now though, Herr Grusen does have to look to see
23.
whether the pink will go on its spot. It won't, and the highest available spot it can go on is the brown, so
24.
it's at the incorrect end of the table as far as Walden's concerned.
Yes, he could leave this short on this red to the left corner, thereby opening the pack of reds, or he could go into them directly. Preferred to leave it short. Now when he pots this red, he'll be nudging some more reds out. Just got to make sure that he pots the red. Well, he's brought another couple of reds out there. Well, seem to have stuck together, didn't he?
$39.
If he decides to go up for the blue would be a better ball to go into that cluster of reds.
$40.
Well, that looks good. And if he can hit them on the right side as we're looking at them, it should push the other red to the corner. Well, chose to play for the loose red. Every chance
45.
of bringing more reds into play here, though. He's thinking, will he get another chance?
46.
Can just see enough of the black, but it's a tough pot. No.
Ricky
He's got
Walden,
the position.
46.
So he gets alive, Michael Holt.
One.
And you could see then 21 minutes since his last pot. Not quite hard enough for the blue.
The body language, the gesticulations scream negativity. But Holt has to keep telling himself if he can possibly salvage this frame, Walden might feel a little under pressure.
7.
But everything in the match really has gone against him. He's made mistakes, yes, but he's not had the kindest of run either.
No, that little rub there on the black just took him off being on the red. He would have been on it perfectly.
Michael Holt.
The difference
7.
between winning and losing, but that's not a good safety. A half chance then.
Well, he's already rattled a pot in of a similar nature to this earlier on in the match when he very unluckily ran it off.
In fact, it was a lot harder than that one. But I don't think he's mentally right at the moment. He needs an easy chance. Got so close to that long red.
One.
Well, could put a colour safe if he can't pot one. Well, he can pot the brown. All depends if he can get to the reds.
Three 0 in front, 40 in front. I think the time is now to put a lid on this and just keep things tight.
Yeah. Maybe push the green or the yellow safe. Just give himself some insurance in case Michael Holt gets back to the table. He can pot the brown, but it's difficult to get to the reds.
Ricky Walden. 1.
And Joe was spot on with his call there in terms of the green going safe. Very much to Walden's advantage, that. And that's why Holt's keen to remove it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's gone back on the cushion again. Another wry smile. Big shot this one for Michael. Good pot. Terrific pot under pressure, and a lot of pressure.
1.
Couldn't afford to miss it. Oh dear. Ricky Walden out of his seat like a racehorse.
Well, he caught the yellow so badly, no position.
Nothing easy anyway. And nothing easy here. Michael Holt. Another good pot.
Sure.
And right now, Joe, Ricky Walden's best two friends, the red and the green, close to that left-hand side cushion as we're looking at the table.
Yes, I was just looking at the red to the middle there. If you could drop it in, you'd have a nice angle on the pink to bring that red into play.
6.
But it must be too tight an angle to drop it in.
Seven.
Now, he could play the double on the red. Or screw the cue ball back behind this red. Well, played to bring it into play, and that's not too bad.
And the green fractionally into the open more as well. Not over yet.
He's fighting. Oh, so close again.
12.
Couldn't have got any closer than this. Just caught that near knuckle.
One.
So the real possibility of a whitewash here couldn't be closer though on table 3, where Ali Carter is just 1 frame 6. He's gone into a decider with Ian Burns at 3-3.
Look at the points total there. 300 plays 47. Needs to miss it. Well, that little rub may have given Michael Holt another life.
Yes, tantalisingly, Walden needs just one pot from here. Holt needs the lot.
Ricky Walden, 6.
And after this, Holt could, and indeed he should, be in a heap of trouble. Trouble he can ill afford. On the verge of defeat.
Yes, just got to be careful not to push that red over the corner. Well, in keeping it away from the corner, nearly pushed it over the middle. Turned out to be a good double kiss.
Yes, it's not very often you can say that.
Not good. He should just be able to drop this one in dead weight to the middle pocket, and that would be frame and match.
Yes, Walden, it appears, into the last 32 to play, either Zhao Gudong or Mark King. One more match this evening for him. Or maybe I'm speaking a little too soon.
1.
Well, 34 points in it, needs 2 snookers, but you're right, Phil. That would have guaranteed. Oh dear.
This time Michael Holt realises the game is up. Ricky Walden, he wins by 4 frames to 0. So in 2 matches he's dropped just 1 frame. He beat Jamie Rees-Clark 4-1 earlier on. He'll be pleased with that, particularly the 116 break with which he won the 3rd frame.